Today, we are going to put your listening skills to the test, as well as teach you some new vocabulary. What's up, everyone? My name's Wes. This is Interactive English, which is where you want to be to practice and improve your English skills. In today's lesson, we have a natural conversation for you. We're going to talk about what languages we would like to learn. You're not only going to listen to the conversation, but I'm going to teach you a few different vocabulary words and then highlight them in the conversation so that you can see how they're used in context. Because that is one of the best ways to build your vocabulary and expand your vocabulary. See how the words are used in different contexts. So let's begin. The first word I have for you is an adjective, ambitious. And ambitious means that you are eager to achieve success. So a person could be ambitious. They want success. It also means that you're eager to achieve a goal. And it's used in a context that saying something, such as a goal, could be ambitious.
Every ambitious move is a gamble.
It's very difficult. It could be a little too extreme, and you might then refer to it and say that this is ambitious, or maybe a little too ambitious. The next word, well, it's actually a phrase, and it is an idiom, under one's belt. Under my belt, under your belt, under his belt, under her belt. And what it means is to achieve a goal or experience to someone's satisfaction, to your satisfaction, that you get it under your belt. You have done this thing, you have learned it, you have experienced it, and you could say, yes, I now have that under my belt.
Hard to believe I only got a semester of junior college under my belt.
So you could say that you have something under your belt, but more often we use it with the verb get to get something under your belt or my belt. You want to get something under your belt. Just get something under one's belt. That's the idiom. The next word is an adjective, proficient, and it just means that you are skilled or capable of doing something. You are proficient at doing this thing, or you are proficient in this task. For example, many of you would like to be proficient in English, and I want you to be proficient in English. I hope that it's not too ambitious. You really want to get these words under your belt so that you can go use them and you just know all of these words. And I'm just trying to use them as much as I can so that you remember them. The next word is another adjective, intriguing. And if something is intriguing, it means it's arousing your curiosity or your interest. You want to know more about this thing. You're very curious because it is intriguing. Next is an expression, on and off. So we talk about doing something on and off. And what it means is that you're saying that you do something from time to time, that you start something and then stop and then start again and then stop and then start again and then stop.
You see your boyfriend?
We're on and off.
I think in all of our lives, we all do things on and off, especially if we're trying to learn something on our own and we don't have time. Many of you might be learning English on and off. You do it when you can, but it's not constant. It's just on and off. The next word is cliche. This is a noun, and what it means is that it's talking about an opinion, a phrase, or even an expression that is overused. And it's overused to the point that it just lacks originality. It's not original anymore because you always hear it. Expressions are a perfect example of things that might be cliche.
I really just want him to be happy. And I know that sounds cliche, and I know saying it sounds cliche sounds cliche. Maybe I'm being cliche, I don't care, because I am what I am.
So you may often hear people start a sentence as cliche as it sounds, and then they say something cliche, they say an expression, and then kind of explain why they're saying it to make their point. So you kind of let people know that you are going to say something that is cliche. As cliche as it sounds, blah, 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 blah. Something is cliche. And blah, 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 that is not English. Now that you know these words, let's listen to the conversation. And again, we'll highlight where they are so that you can see how they're used in context. So, right now we're going to have a short little discussion talking about languages that we would like to learn. And yeah, this is just our opinions. And do you want to go first? Do you want to talk about one language?
Just one?
Yeah, well, right now, and then I get to go. We'll take turns.
Okay. Oh, right now. Oh gosh. So a while back, I think I had an ambitious idea of I wanted to get all the Romance languages under my belt before I...
How many are there?
5.
Okay.
It's not that many.
All right.
So like, I think I should really, because I know a little bit of everything, but I probably should actually speak them. So I think the next one on my list, even though I used to be very good at it, is Italian, but I kind of forgot it all. But I still think it's like the most beautiful language ever. So
All right.
that, and then Portuguese, and then French, or French and then Portuguese.
I think for me, the next language, because I've been learning, well, I learned Spanish first and then Korean, now I'm learning Romanian.
Oh, I want to learn Romanian too. I'm just kidding.
Apart from that, in the future,
So
I think
funny.
Mandarin. I'd like to learn Mandarin.
Why?
Only because, well, there's so many speakers. I think it's
Japanese.
becoming more important, but I think that the challenging thing, I think it's probably, well, I don't really know because I haven't tried to learn it yet, but I feel like most people think like, oh, it's so difficult to learn, like it's very, tonal, that you got to learn a lot of different tones, but I think it would be nice to be proficient in Mandarin. So that would be one, that's like a dream language that I would like to learn. I don't know. What's another one that you want to learn?
Well, I just said them all, like in the Romance
Oh, so
ones.
just the Romance
No,
one?
no, no.
Well, outside of the
Romance languages, I'd like to learn Arabic, maybe. I think
okay,
it
that's a
sounds
good one.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, I'm
It's all about the sound.
to me, yeah, it's just very, like, I think it sounds very poetic, and I heard some songs, and I think they're just so beautiful. So I think Arabic is a really beautiful language. Plus, it has all of these intriguing sounds, like the students were trying to teach me.
How does it go?
Well, I can't do it, but it sounded really cool. The students were trying to tell me to make the sound, and they're like,
Yeah.
teacher, you have to, it's like you
We've
have
had-
a hair
we've-
stuck in your...
We've had quite a few students from the
Yeah.
Middle East that we work with before.
So I
and
think it sounds really pretty.
yeah, they would always get a kick out of us
Saying it.
trying to pronounce words or phrases in Arabic.
I think Arabic is pretty though.
Another one that I'd say instead of learning another one, I would like to just be, and I think many people feel this way, just become more proficient in the languages that we already know a little
Right,
bit about
right.
or started learning. So for example, I lived in Korea for 3 years and I tried learning Korean, and it was a bit of a roller coaster ride, a lot of ups and downs. And I think before tackling a whole new language,
Yeah.
it'd be worthwhile to go back and really try
I agree with
to become a little more proficient in Korean. I think that would be
Yeah.
useful for me. But-
Yeah, I feel like that about French. It's one of those languages that I've studied on and off for years and years
Yeah.
and years, and then I still don't really speak it
And I think
because
that's
you kind of drop it and then take it up and then
yeah,
you
and I
forget
think
it.
that's normal. I think we start learning a language and then we stop for a while and then we pick it up later on. And I think many of you out there probably might be doing the same thing with English right now, that you've already studied it before and now you're trying to continue to improve your skills.
It's the unfortunate
with
thing about
us,
languages.
hopefully.
If you don't speak it,
If you don't
like,
use it, you lose it.
yeah.
Yeah. As cliche as it sounds, but yeah, it's true. Yeah. And any other languages that you want to learn?
That I'd like to learn, yes, Russian.
Okay. All right.
And
Why?
that's the one because of usefulness. Because if you learn Russian, I think you can easily understand all these other Slavic languages, like Serbian or Croatian or Slovak, maybe, like Bulgarian, Polish,
It has a lot of roots.
Czech.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think that's a language I would learn just for how useful it would be. But I heard it's really difficult, and
I have no idea.
I go by feeling. I don't think it's. I think it's a pretty language, but I just I've never like been into it as much as the
Yeah.
other one. So
Another language that I would like to learn, which I think would be very cool, I'd like to learn sign language.
oh,
I think that would be,
which, but you
I
know,
think
it's
it'd just
different
be
in
very
every
cool.
country. I don't know.
I really don't know how many varieties of sign language there are.
We don't know.
Or how different they would be.
Yeah,
but I
sign
thought it was
language is
pretty, standardized to some extent, no? I think it would be cool to learn some sign language.
Especially
It would
because
be
you
very
can
difficult.
sign with babies. Did you guys know that? That like babies understand sign language before they understand. Yeah, and
Well, I
they
guess
can
that
even
makes sense.
respond.
Yeah. Because they can't talk.
So that's I think that's really cool. So
So now we want to hear from you guys. So in the comments, let us know what languages you would like to learn, besides English, obviously. What languages would you like to learn? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. And if you enjoyed listening to our discussion about languages, hit that like button down below. And as always, thanks for watching.
thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Ciao. I keep saying ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Remember
ciao.
like in The Office, and it's like ciao. Everyone was making fun of him.